Hey YouTubers, it's Dr. Dave again, and I'm in the kitchen since it's Tuesday. And last week I had some friends over for dinner, and there was a request to have a dessert that was healthy. I was going, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Because all I know is chocolate ganaches and lots of things with butter. And then it hit me. I needed to make something with fruit. And immediately I thought about the great Escoffier recipe, strawberries Cardinal. And it is berry season, so that's what I decided to do. Auguste Escoffier, if you don't know, was one of the great French chefs. He was lived during the Belle Époque at the turn of the 20th century, in the early 20th century, and he was considered cuisinière des rois et le roi des cuisiniers. So that means he was the chef of kings and the king of chefs. And he wrote a very seminal book called Le Guide Culinaire, which is still used today, and it's a huge tome and lists every sauce known to man and various ways to make all of the classic French dishes, and this is one of them. So strawberries Cardinal is a very simple recipe. It's basically strawberries with a raspberry sauce on top and a little bit of slivered almonds on the top of that. And that's pretty much it. So it's actually a vegan recipe, if that's something that you're looking for. Very healthy, not too many calories in it, but it's really good. But it's only good if you have good berries. So you want to do it in berry season. And we do have good berries. I live in California, so I have good berries a lot of the time. And I went to the farmer's market and I got these wonderful strawberries. And you can see they're little tiny ones. The big commercial ones that you buy in the supermarket are sort of pulpy and not very sweet in comparison. And if this is what you can get, go ahead and use them, because that's what you can get. But what I like to do, if this is all I have, or the big commercial ones, is to put them in a bowl with a little bit of sugar and some orange liqueur, like a Cointreau Grand Marnier, and just mix that around so that they're a little bit sweet and they've got some flavor, because the berries themselves are not that great on flavor. And that dresses them up a little bit. If you don't use alcohol in your cooking, you can just use a splash of orange juice or lemon juice along with the sugar. Okay, so this is basically strawberries, and these are good berries, so I'm not going to do anything to them. I'm just going to have them the way they are. But we have to make a raspberry puree. So if you have a food processor, it's really easy. You can just put your raspberries in the processor and give them a zap, and they turn into a puree. And then all you need to do would be to run them through a sieve to get rid of the seeds, and then you have a pure puree. But I don't have a processor here, and if you don't have a processor, you can use a food mill. But if you don't have a processor, chances are you probably don't have a food mill either, which I don't. So there's a third option for those of us who have a limited kitchen. The third option is to take a potato masher and a strainer. So I'm just going to mash these raspberries. I'm just going to mash these raspberries so they get all mushy. Right? And it starts to get the juice to come out. There you go. And then I'm going to run it through the strainer into another bowl. So all this mixture goes into the strainer, and then I just take a spoon and I force the mixture through the strainer. So this takes a few minutes because I'm doing it manually. If you had a food processor, your puree would be a lot finer, so it would go through the strainer a lot faster. Okay. And if you had a food mill, most food mills have an attachment where the straining is already done in the food mill, so that all that comes out the bottom is the stuff you want, the juicy puree without any seeds. So the whole purpose of this is not to have seeds. Okay, so then you can see that we have a puree without seeds. Right. So I usually taste this because raspberries are not always as sweet as you might like. So I'm just going to have a little taste when you do that with. And that is fairly tart, so I'm going to add just a tablespoon of sugar to the mixture. You don't have to do this if you're not into sugar, or if you like things sweet, you may want to do it. It's up to you. So I just mix that in. Then what you do is you put the strawberries in what Escoffier calls a tembale, which is a little dish like this. And then you pour some of the raspberry puree over the top of the strawberries. And then you finish it by sprinkling it with some slivered almonds. And that's it. Strawberries Cardinal, right there. So you can see that it's very red. I don't know if you can see that it's very red. Yeah, there you go. And so it's named Cardinal because in the Catholic Church, a cardinal's robes are bright red. So that's the connection. And there you have it. It's a very healthy dessert and delicious as well. Enjoy. Oh, and thanks for tuning in. Every Tuesday there's a new recipe, and if you want to get them, just click on the bottom and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.